global news update on top accolade news. The headlines. Young Australians mobilise to stop Conservative comeback at polls. Carney wins Canadian election. Trump to ease auto tariffs. Hezbollah urges Lebanon to act as Israeli airstrikes continue. We start with the focus in politics. Young Australians mobilise to stop Conservative comeback at polls. With Australia heading to the polls this Saturday, a growing number of young voters, now the largest voting bloc, are casting their ballots with one goal in mind, blocking a right-wing government led by Conservative opposition leader Peter Dutton. Many Gen Z and millennial voters disillusioned with both major parties say the rise of conservative politics globally, especially in the US, has made them wary. While Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's Labour Party still leads among young Australians, support for minor parties, particularly the Greens, is surging amid frustration over inaction on climate, housing and the cost of living. Analysts said the young vote could push Parliament further left, but not without resistance from the still divided electorate. Still in politics, Carney wins Canadian election. Carney has been elected Prime Minister of Canada, leading the Liberal Party to a fourth consecutive term in a dramatic comeback marked by rising tensions with the United States. In a powerful victory speech early Tuesday, Carney accused U.S. President Donald Trump of trying to break Canada through aggressive trade tariff and sovereignty threat, vowing that Canada would never ever yield.
America wants our land, our resources, our water, our country. These are not idle threats. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never ever happen.
While it remains unclear whether the Liberals have secured a majority, Carney has promised to govern for all Canadians and steer the country away from U.S. dependence by boosting domestic manufacturing and strengthening ties with Europe. Opposition leader Pierre Poilievre considered defeat, pledging to support efforts to defend Canada's sovereignty. Shifting focus to economy, Trump to ease auto tariffs. The Trump administration is set to ease the impact of its controversial automotive tariff, announcing Tuesday that some duties on foreign parts used in U.S. manufactured cars will be reduced or refunded. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says the move rewards domestic production and gives global automakers time to expand operations in America. The announcement comes as President Trump visits Michigan to mark his first 100 days in office, aiming to reassure the auto industry amid fears of rising costs and job losses. Industry leaders from GM and Ford welcomed the decision, which follows mounting pressure from automakers warning that 25% tariffs on imported parts could disrupt supply chains and inflate prices and lead to layoffs or bankruptcies. Moving to conflict. Hezbollah urges Lebanon to act as Israeli strikes continue. Tensions are rising in Lebanon as Hezbollah's deputy leader Naim Qasem has urged the government to take stronger action to halt Israeli airstrikes following the latest attack on a suburb of Beirut. He insisted Hezbollah has fully complied with the U.S. brokered ceasefire that ended the 14-month war in late November despite continued Israeli strikes. Israel claimed that its over 50 airstrikes this month were in response to ceasefire violations by Hezbollah. He called on Lebanese officials to pressure the U.S. to rein in Israel, warning that Lebanon's stability and recovery depend on an end to the violence and Israeli withdrawal. Since the ceasefire, Israeli attacks have reportedly killed 190 people and injured nearly 500 in Lebanon. You are watching the global news updates on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Still in conflict, Pakistan plans legal action over India's suspension of Indus Water Treaty. Pakistan says it is preparing international legal action after India suspended the World Bank-mediated Indus Water Treaty, a key water-sharing agreement in place since 1960. Islamabad's Minister for State for Law said that the Pakistan is exploring multiple legal avenues, including the World Bank, the Permanent Court of Arbitration, and the International Court of Justice, alleging treaty violation and warning any attempt to divert water as an act of war. India says the suspension is tied to Pakistan's alleged link to the deadly attack in Kashmir. The move threatens to escalate tension between the nuclear-armed rivals and could have major consequences for Pakistan's agriculture and hydropower, which heavily rely on Indus River waters. Moving to disaster. Iran denies military link to blast. Iran's interior minister has blamed negligence and safety violation for the devastating explosion at the Shahid Rajaee port in Bandar Abbas, the country's largest container port, as the death toll climbs to at least 70 with over 1,000 injured. Officials say much of the site, nearly two-thirds, was severely damaged and recovery could take up to 2 weeks. The explosion, which triggered a massive fire, was reportedly caused by uncleared hazardous cargo, with Iran's Customs Administration citing a failure to register the materials. While speculation swirled around the presence of missile fuel, Iran's defense ministry has denied any military link, calling such claims foreign disinformation. Investigations are ongoing, with several individuals already questioned. In entertainment, Niqab apologizes over MP death comments. Belfast-based rap group Niqab has issued an apology to the families of murdered MPs Sir David Amis and Joe Cox after footage emerged of a band member appearing to say "kill your local MP" during a 2023 concert. The comments, condemned by Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and under review by counter-terrorism police, have sparked calls for prosecution and a withdrawal of public arts funding. The group insists the video was taken out of context and denies inciting violence or supporting banned groups like Hamas or Hezbollah. Amid mounting backlash, including visa ban calls from UK politicians, Niqab maintained its performances are political satire, not threats. Now in sports, Premier League opens Mumbai office. The English Premier League is deepening its ties with India by opening a new office in Mumbai, its fourth international hub, aimed at growing its local presence and fan engagement. With grassroots programs in 18 Indian states since 2007 and a strong partnership with the Indian Super League, the league says the Mumbai base will enhance local operations and outreach. Premier League CEO Richard Masters called the move a significant milestone in connecting with one of the football's most passionate and rapidly expanding fan bases. That concludes our global news updates for today. Stay tuned for more global news and development. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojorumi Okucha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day. Thank you.